This segment's brought to you by CloseQuartersCombat.com. Discover how to defeat even the most violent street criminals regardless of your size, strength, or experience at CloseQuartersCombat.com.
One of the bottom line foundations when it comes to applying self-defense techniques to a street self-defense scenario is in the efficiency that you apply to your self-defense techniques. What I mean by efficiency is this. You need to make sure that the techniques that you're using to defend yourself are easy to learn, that they don't require a lot of complicated movements, that they don't require years and years of practice in order to perfect. You want to make sure that they're very, very simple so that you don't have to practice them over and over again. You can expand your self-defense toolbox much, much broader. You also want to make sure that any strikes that you use are very, very easily to reach their target very quickly. You want to make sure, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So you don't want to use techniques that aren't easily used rapidly so that they reach their target very, very quickly. The other thing is you want to make sure that they're very, very simple in movement, because when you're in an adrenalized state, when you're in a real street self-defense scenario, your brain is not going to allow you fine motor skills. You're going to be really restricted to gross motor skills, very basic movements, because in that adrenalized state, your body's not going to be able to remember the complicated techniques that you might have learned in the relaxed atmosphere of your dojo. So to give you a good example of efficiency in your strikes is this. Let's go ahead and take the very common, it's probably like the first thing you learn in self-defense school is the shirt grab. So somebody grabs your shirt. There are a lot of different systems out there that teach a lot of different techniques. So very, very commonly you'll see, one of the ones I learned the very first day of self-defense school for me was to come around, trap the arm, come through, trap the arm here, and then you follow up with other techniques. Another one that you see a lot of people use in different karate systems is to come over, grab the hand, bring it around like this, come through with an arm bar, follow up with other strikes. There's all different sorts of methods that people use, but with all of those, no matter what you're doing, if I reach across like this, while I'm struggling to get his hand, even if I practice it, again, in a street fight situation, you're going to be adrenalized. So it's very, very hard to come up here, grab it just the right way, and bring it. While I'm doing this, I've got a left hook coming right straight to my head. So what is wrong with this? It's not efficient. It doesn't follow that checklist that I just gave you. What is efficient, instead of focusing on this hand, what's wrong with just right hand coming up, palm heel to the nose? Forget the hand. If he's in distance where he can grab my shirt, then why can't I just reach up, palm heel straight to the nose, and drive his head back? At that point, his brain goes from being offensive, where he's got a grip and a cocked hand, to being defensive, because now he's trying to maintain his balance. Now he's trying to deal with the pain of the blow that I just gave him. So, with all of the techniques that you learn, whether it's from your self-defense school, whether it's from a DVD that you learn, whatever it is, you want to run it through that checklist. Is it easy to learn without having to perfect it over months or even years? Will it reach its target very, very quickly to give the person that you're defending against less response time? And is it something that is a gross motor skill so that when you actually have to apply it in an adrenalized state in combat, you can actually put it into use very, very easily?
This segment's brought to you by CloseQuartersCombat.com. Discover how to defeat even the most violent street criminals regardless of your size, strength, or experience at CloseQuartersCombat.com.